Creating systems is as much about paying attention to the subtleties in our work as it is about the dramatic things in our work.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for us to go, there's a fire, build a system. Yeah. And it's so hard for us to go, look at that subtle thing that just happened. Yeah. We should build a system so that there's not a fire in like 2 or 3 weeks. And we go so fast. One thing I try to do as from a team lead is back up just a little and just kind of watch and say, hey, that was a fire, but there were probably 15 subtle things that happened leading up to this that could have cued us to making a better system. But
in James Clear's book, The Atomic Habit, he talks about basically the steps that happen that he defines as the habit loop, that anytime you do something as a human, it's oftentimes due to this habit loop.
Yep.
And how it works is you see a cue, which generates a craving, a desire to have a certain response. Then you actually do that response. And typically all that's triggered because you're trying to get to a reward, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's pretty systematic how he looks at it. And you see really negative habits and really positive habits coming from this exact same loop. It's all, there's something that cues you, you have an initial reaction that you want to happen in your mind, then you respond, and then you receive the reward, good or bad for you. And to your point, I think there's a whole lot of those habit loops. There's a whole lot of cues that get us into these default habits that we take as an organization, that if we can pause, recognize those cues, we can refine the approach. And it's astronomical the difference it can make if you've refined like an approach multiple times over and at different phases within a project, because you can save enough time to where something that could take weeks could only take days, or something that could take days could only take hours. And it's all about that incremental refinement.